What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So AMC was down for 8.21% for the day. It had a high of $17.10. The average volume on AMC is around 49.99 million, but today's volume was around 39.20 million. So as the broader market is going down, AMC and GME both are experiencing a downtrend. Now, when I come over to GME, GME was down for 11.02%. It had a high of $115. The average volume on GME is around 3.05 million, but today's volume was around 3.13 million. So, a lot of buyers stepped in today. Most likely, when the price was around $96.10, a lot of buyers came in because today's volume was higher than a regular volume that we experience in GameStop. Now, when we come over to the SPY was down for 2.95%. It had a high of $432.30. So I would say today was the biggest day which got hit towards the downtrend on the SPY as well as the broader market. Lot of stocks were experiencing a downtrend. Amazon was down for almost 5.62%, $163.76 for the day. There were a lot of stock got beaten down. Facebook has gone down to $187.47, and I don't see it stopping anywhere anytime soon. Facebook will go down a little bit more further. This is one of the best companies and stable companies out there that are getting beaten down like a dog in the stock market right now, as they have invested a lot of money in building the new platform, which is a Meta platform. Investors are having a doubt towards if Facebook will be able to compete with their competitor, which is TikTok. Now, the energy sector is basically the one which is up the most, just because of the conflict that's happening between Russia and Ukraine. The oil prices has gone up. Almost every energy stock is up. Now, the Russia and Ukraine conflict is not the main issue. Inflation is the main issue. We already had a very high inflation in the market, and we were expecting some sort of a rug pull might happen on the March 16th. But now, due to the conflict that's happening in Europe, things have changed completely from 50 basis point to almost 25 basis point, which Jerome Powell is agreeing to right now. But we don't know. We just have to wait and see what's going to be the CPI number on this Thursday. If it is way too much higher, then we might experience an aggressive Fed, but I don't think so. We're still going to stick to 25 basis points. Now let's have a look at the options flow for AMC. By looking at the options flow, what whales are doing, basically they are on to the downside. There were these two bets that came in today. One was a $18 put option which is going to expire in another 10 days, and these are 3,165 contract. This individual is almost paying $1 million and betting that the AMC is going to go down from here onwards. Though, very honestly speaking, AMC showed quite a lot of resistance today as compared to GME. This is for the first time it has happened today that AMC was holding very strong as compared to GME. It didn't go down that significant as it was expected according to the broader market. There was this another 1650 put option that came in today. Is going to expire in another 3 days time, and this individual is paying $154,000 for it, and these are 1338 contracts, and they are all bidding towards the downside. We have a pretty good chance of experiencing a short squeeze in AMC as well as GME, but we don't know how low this is going to go. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what basically the retail is doing, I saw a lot of call option that was coming in right before the market close. So some investors are still having some sort of a positive sentiment towards the AMC, but the rest majority of the flow was on to the downside, but there were a lot of call option coming in right before the market closed. Now let's have a look at the options flow for GME. Now, while looking at the options flow for GME, I can tell you very clearly there were a lot of investors that they were just betting straight up puts on GME, that GME is going to go down from here onwards. There was hardly any whale that came in who was betting that the GME is going to go up from here onwards. No call option happening in GME. They were all of them were to the downside, which are put options. This trade just came around 9:30, and these are $100 put option which is going to expire in another 10 days, and these are 500 contracts. This individual is paying $425,000 for it. The rest, all of them were on to the downside. When I bring down the premium a little bit, there was a call option that just came in right before the market close, and this is basically a leap option. Even the regular retail investors were on to the downside for GME. They are all betting that the GME is going to go down from here onwards. And the rest, there was nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for GME. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now there was this bet that came in that's a $350 put option which is going to expire in another 10 days time, and these are 50,000 contracts this individual is buying and he's paying 2.7 million. Either this individual has some sort of information on him or he's just completely YOLOing his money, because 2.7 million dollar is a lot of money. 50,000 contracts, that's a lot of contract. This individual is betting that the SPY is going to go to $350 and below. That's a lot of downside that they are betting on for the SPY. And there were quite a lot of huge bet that were coming in. These are 10,000 contracts that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. This individual is paying 6.6 million for it, and this $409 put option which is going to expire in another 10 days time. There was some call option also happening in the SPY. I personally believe SPY might experience a little bit of upside, but yes, most likely after the CPI number that's going to be released, that's another catalyst which can definitely create a downtrend into the SPY. The rest, there was nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for the SPY. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.